What's up? It's your boy Corey B. Today, I want y'all to take some time to really reflect and take some, stock of where you are and where you're at in your life right now. In light of this pandemic, it's got a lot of people freaked out. It's got a lot of people panicking. Social media can be it can be a really awesome tool if you use it properly, but it can really tear people down. There's just so many people who are posting a lot of positivity, and I want to encourage us all to be there. But there's also so many people that are posting a lot of negativity. People complaining that their kids are home with them right now. People upset and bitter and frustrated about where their job situation is. Look, we're all truly blessed. We really are. Every day that we wake up with another breath in our body, we're blessed. In light of everything, God's moving, and God can do so many amazing things if you don't stand in the way. That's the reality. Is frequently we get in the way of God's blessings. God blesses us, and we just don't. We allow the negativity and the setbacks and the downfalls and the obstacles that we face. We allow that to be our focus instead of just capitalizing and really embracing what he's doing for us. Like I said, each one of us that we're waking up with breath. There's unfortunately it's so tragic that there have been some people that from the corona that have already died. There's been far too many people that have died, but there's people that die every day. There's people that die every year from the flu. This is not a new thing. It's just a different virus. It's just a different virus, and although it's very terrible, and it's got the world in a panic right now, and it's got everybody, it's got so many people quarantined and a lot of people freaking out. This is just something else that we're facing. It's not something we can't get past. It's not something we can overcome, and I'm not making light of the situation. Because I don't want to sound insensitive at all to the people who are sick and are suffering, or I don't want to sound insensitive to the people who have lost, family members or friends or anything like that. I just want to say that in light of, the losses that people have had, you know, God says, God says that He numbers our days. God says He numbered our days long before we're here. He numbered our days, and if it wasn't the coronavirus, it would be something else that we would lose our family or our friend or our loved one. We would lose them to. If this was their time to go, this was their time to go and be with Jesus, and that's something that's hard for us to look at. It's hard for us to really wrap our head around sometimes, because we're here in the flesh and we see what happened, and we're like, oh, well, we could have done something different. We could have done this, or we could have done that, and it just puts us in a bad place. I lost my mom just a couple of years ago, and it's something I struggle with still every single day. And it got to the point, for those who don't know, it got to the point where my mom ended up being in the hospital, and I was having to make decisions about her care and things like that. And I had talks and prayers with my brother and my wife Kimberly, and we really tried to do the best we could to make the right decisions. I feel like mom, spent her whole life teaching me and helping me to not be afraid of doctors and things like that, so I would be strong and be prepared and be ready to make the decisions that she needed me to make. But every now and then, it gets in my head, and it starts to mess with me, like, what if I would have done this, or what if I'd have said that, and would she have hurt less, or would she have felt this? It's we can't tear ourselves apart thinking about the what ifs and things like that. What we got to focus on is the now, the here and now. God has you here right now for a reason, and that's what you've got to focus on. That's got to be your perspective, is what am I doing right now? Yeah, unfortunately, some of us have lost people, and that's terrible, and I am so sorry, and my heart goes out to every one of y'all. I promise it does. And some of us haven't suffered a loss of a person, but some of us, know people that are sick, or, a family member who's in the hospital, or, something like that. And some of us, nothing that quite that serious, but some of us are sitting at home thinking, well, we haven't lost any, but we're sitting here trying to figure out, how we're going to, buy groceries, how we're going to do this, how we're going to do that. Well, the government has stepped in, and they've decided that they're going to send out this stimulus, this, bailout to help stimulate the economy and help us out and things like that. And I don't know where all y'all are watching and things like that, but in here in Texas, HEB has stepped in, and the HEB is doing a lot to try to do all they can to help us get through this situation. And that's our local grocery store here. And there's just a lot of people that are really chipping in. I've noticed. I live in Austin, and there's a lot of people here in Austin that have really stepped up, take steps to see how they can reach out and help the community just get through this. People are literally delivering things for people, picking up things for people, trying to help people who might be, the elderly and things like that, so they don't have to get out and interact with other people and potentially spread more germs and things like that. And that's really what we just got to do. We just got to continue to be strong and get through this moment. This is going to be but a mere moment in our lives, and it's going to be okay. We're gonna rise and surpass all this. We just got to keep perspective and just remember how blessed we are and how lucky we are to be here. And if we're struggling with our job or with finances, it's just going to be a moment. We've faced hard times before. Most every one of us have been through a hard time before, and we got through it. We're here where we are now. And if you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're not getting your next paycheck, there's people out there who are gonna, who are trying to help. And if you're not one of the ones that they've reached out to, or you're not in a position to get benefits or help from them, that's unfortunate, and I'm sorry about that. You just keep praying and stay strong, and remember that this is just a moment. It really is just a moment, and we're going to get past this. So let's keep the faith. Let's keep our love strong. Let's keep our faith strong. Let's just continue to stick together, and we're all going to get through this. So I just wanted to share that today. I want y'all to, just take some time today to really reflect and see where you're at, and know that wherever it is, and no matter how hard it seems right now, we're going to get through it. So until later, much love and much respect to every last one of y'all. Alright, we'll talk later.